Welcome back, guys. I hope you're doing well. Now, today I want to talk to you about how to identify displacement. Now, remember that I said displacement was the most important thing when identifying these zones, okay? Because essentially, displacement is showing us that something has changed in the market. That means that when price returns to wherever that displacement started from, then we have a very high probability, if done correctly, of price reacting at that level again, okay? And so, there are a couple of tools that we can use, but the main ones that we can use are the trend line, the classic trend line. Okay, now don't worry about drawing the trend line correctly or drawing it in a specific way. It's more just to give you an overall gauge of the market direction, okay, and how things may be shifting, okay. And so, for example, if we were doing this example that we had in the other videos, we could have a trend line, maybe a little aggressive down here, such as this. For example, I like to draw the second touch from the body sometimes. Again, it does depend. Draw it like this. We can see this bullish push kind of begins consolidating out of it. And so it's holding this position. I would take that as, and so that when it comes back into this level, it is giving us a decent sign. Okay. Now, the trend line is just one of a few tools that you can use. You can also use the EMA cross. This is another one of my favorite ways to do it. Okay. Now, this is going to vary depending on the time frame that you are using, but essentially what you're looking for is you're looking for the place before that cross happens. Remember that most people are trading moving averages totally wrong. You know, most retail traders that use it, again, they're using it wrong because they're not applying the key concepts here. What we're looking for is we're looking for the strongest areas of supply and demand before that cross happened. Okay, now when it comes to actually deciding which one is the strongest and which one's not, that's going to come from the next video after this, where it's determining the strength of a zone. But for now, just understand that trend line is a tool that you can use, and the EMA cross is a tool that you can use. Now, my personal favorite is probably the EMA cross here. Okay, because if you notice, the last major, so this vertical line is where the cross happened. The last major nice strong level of supply and demand would be here. Okay, for me. Okay, this doji right here, I've drawn it off right here. Okay, we have a nice move out of the zone. Again, we're going to talk about the little nuances that make up a strong zone in the next video. We then have the cross, we return, and we wick perfectly into this level. This is how we are going to be getting very, very pinpoint setups, looking to target next areas of demand, and we're going to get some really awesome high risk reward setups doing it like this. Okay, so I really, really hope that has made sense. Let's just do a couple more examples before we get into it. And remember, guys, the cleaner that these look, the better. But yeah, just another thing as well, just remember the moving averages or the trend line, whatever you're using, they're showing you displacement. They're showing you when the average of price is beginning to shift into a bullish market. And then you can look back and look for where those major areas are that you can get involved in. And you're not going to get it right every single time, of course not, but a lot of the time you will. Okay. So let's just keep looking here. So, you know, there'd be a nice little level down here, okay, for if price did ever revisit this, okay. However, this market at the moment is very one-sided in one direction, but we can see this bullish cross here. I would probably be looking for this area right here, would be nice. Okay, I'm just drawing the top of it, not the whole zones for now. Let's maybe go to a different pair, see if we can get something a little bit. Okay, so just get rid of this for now. Okay, so here if we look at the cross, where's the next kind of major level that we could have drawn something from? In fact, let's go up a time frame here. Okay, so here we've got a nice bullish cross up here. Okay, and if we look for the next level, the next strongest level, I would probably have this level marked on right here. Okay, see price left, comes back, wicks perfectly in, and then comes back up to the next major level of supply. Okay, very, very simple. This works over and over again, and if you stick to the clean setups here, you're going to get the best results. Okay, and so again, something like this, for example. Okay, we have the cross, we have come up, we come back into this rough area of demand around here. Okay, very, very simple. Okay, and this is without any kind of higher time frame directional bias or anything like that. This is just blending the moving average cross into a way that fits with supply and demand. Okay, and I'm also going to talk about how long these zones are valid for, because sometimes price will just cross and it won't return for a while, and then you'll find it just smashes through, and there's a reason for that. And so I'm going to give you a specific time scale based on what time frame you've drawn your zone on and how long that zone is going to be valid based on that, in terms of how long, you know, the banks and the institutions will be looking at those levels. Okay, at least the theory goes that way anyway. So I hope that that's made sense. Moral of the story: trend lines, EMA cloud. My personal favorite is the EMA cloud for this. This indicator that I'm using here is this top one here, I believe. Yep, 21/55 EMA cloud with optional ribbon. Okay, my settings, when you first get it, it's going to look pretty disgusting. So my settings are basically, this is all left, okay, and then this, I've gotten rid of all of these, and I've just left plots background, and I've changed it to a light blue with low opacity down here, and then for the bearish, I've put it in purple with a low opacity as well. Okay, so hope that makes sense, guys, and yeah, I will see you on the next video.